Looking for effective kettlebell exercises? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring 10 core exercises with a 15-pound kettlebell that can help you achieve those fitness goals right in the comfort of your home. First on the list is the kettlebell swing. Start by standing with feet hip-width apart, holding the kettlebell with both hands. Hinge at your hips, swing the kettlebell back between your legs, and then drive your hips forward, allowing the kettlebell to swing up to shoulder height. Remember to keep your core engaged and your back straight throughout the exercise. Next up, we have the kettlebell goblet squat. Hold the kettlebell by the horns close to your chest. Lower your body into a squat, pushing your hips back and bending your knees. Push back up to standing position, keeping the kettlebell steady. The kettlebell deadlift is a great way to work your core and lower body. Stand with the kettlebell between your feet. Bend at your hips and knees, grab the kettlebell, then stand back up, keeping your back straight and core engaged. Lower the kettlebell back down to complete the rep. Our fourth exercise is the kettlebell Russian twist. Sit on the floor, knees bent, and hold the kettlebell with both hands at your chest. Lean back to a 45-degree angle and rotate your torso from side to side, moving the kettlebell across your body. Next, we have the kettlebell windmill. Stand with feet wider than hip-width apart and hold the kettlebell overhead in your right hand. Bend at your waist, keeping your right arm extended, and reach your left hand towards your left foot. Stand back up to complete the rep. The kettlebell single arm row is a great exercise for your back and core. Stand with feet hip-width apart, holding the kettlebell in your right hand. Hinge at your hips and let your right arm hang down. Pull the kettlebell up to your chest, then lower it back down. Next up is the kettlebell high pull. Start with feet hip-width apart, holding the kettlebell with one hand. Swing the kettlebell back between your legs, then pull it up to shoulder height, leading with your elbow. The kettlebell halo is a great exercise for your shoulders and core. Stand with feet hip-width apart, holding the kettlebell by the horns at your chest. Circle the kettlebell around your head, keeping your core engaged and your movements controlled. Our ninth exercise is the kettlebell plank pull-through. Start in a high plank position with the kettlebell to the right of your right hand. Reach under your torso with your left hand, grab the kettlebell and pull it to the left side of your body. Repeat on the other side. Finally, we have the kettlebell Turkish get-up. Start by lying on your back, holding the kettlebell in your right hand extended above you. Stand up, keeping the kettlebell overhead at all times. Lay back down to complete the rep. To sum up, the exercises we've discussed include the kettlebell swing, goblet squat, deadlift, Russian twist, windmill, single arm row, high pull, halo, plank pull through, and Turkish get-up. Remember, consistency is key in seeing results. So make these exercises a regular part of your routine. And don't forget to keep your core engaged, your back straight, and your movements controlled throughout each exercise. Happy kettlebell training!